So today we're going to discuss the simplicity and elegance of three-act structure and the amazing ways in which it provides support, direction, and a sort of symmetrical perfection in storytelling. This is the deceptively simple diagram of a cinematic narrative. In its most basic form, clearly our story begins here in the first act, where we set up quite a bit. The world in which our story takes place, the protagonist, often the antagonist or obstacle, or at least hint at it, usually all the major characters, and the protagonist's goal. This then builds to what is called the first act break, which is that moment when the obstacle to the protagonist's goal manifests, kicking in the conflict that will then focus and motor. That conflict then takes us into and through the entire second act. As the story continues, this conflict increases over the body until we reach what is called the second act break. And this is that moment in the script. It's been called the all is lost moment. I call it the moment that demands resolution. And the consequences of that failure are in danger of manifesting. The worst case scenario is about to happen, which then propels us into the third act, when the conflict is resolved by the protagonist in a comedy or drama, or not necessarily resolved in a tragedy. First acts now can be as short as 15 to 17 pages, maybe into the low 20s. A good length to shoot for in your script is 100 to 105 pages. So in approaching a script, for me, when I'm sitting down writing fade in, there are always 6 things that I know to begin with. Where I'm starting, what my first act break is, my midpoint, my second act break, and what I'm getting to. The 6th and equally as important element is my theme, which we'll be getting to in a couple of lessons. So how important is traditional structure to the major studios and agencies in the entertainment business? Somewhere around page 17, the main character makes a decision that irresistibly pulls them down an unalterable path for the rest of the script. If you've written to page 25 or 30 and your characters haven't made that decision yet, you don't have a story. The second takeaway of these quotes, and even more important than the first, is the first 10 pages. You still want to grab them. Remember that this is an industry where no one wants to read your script. They don't have to. You have to make them. Don't give them a reason to stop.